Hey everyone, when we talk about multiple sclerosis, there are a lot of challenges that come to mind. But today, we're going to dive into one that doesn't always get the spotlight, the difficulty with speech. And this is about so much more than just getting words out. It's about connection. It's about identity. Really, it's about the core of how we express who we are. So, let's get into it.
I want you to imagine something for a second. You have a thought, a story you're dying to tell, or a feeling that's crystal clear in your head. But when you go to say it, it feels like there's a roadblock, a disconnect between your brain and your mouth. That feeling, that's exactly what we're going to unpack today.
And we really have to start here, because our voice is just it's so personal, isn't it? It's how we tell a funny story, how we comfort a friend, how we share our ideas. It's fundamentally how we show the world who we are on the inside. So when that ability is challenged, it can feel like a part of your identity is being chipped away.
All right, so to really get a handle on this, we need to begin with the why. What is actually happening inside the body that makes speaking so difficult? Let's break down the clinical side of things. At its core, MS interferes with the nerve signals traveling through the central nervous system. Now think about what it takes to speak. It is an incredibly complex dance of muscles in your lips, your tongue, your jaw, your vocal cords, all needing to work together perfectly. When MS disrupts those signals, that simple act of talking can suddenly become a massive effort.
And this condition has a name. It's called dysarthria. Now, this is a super important point. This is a motor speech disorder, not a language disorder. The person knows exactly what they want to say. The thoughts are there, the vocabulary is there. The problem is purely in the physical execution of forming those sounds.
And dysarthria isn't a one-size-fits-all thing. It can show up in a lot of different ways. For some people, speech might sound slurred, kind of heavy. For others, the whole rhythm might be off, maybe speaking way too fast or too slow or in choppy bursts. It can even make it hard to control your volume or change the actual sound of your voice, making it sound strained or maybe a little bit nasal.
But of course, a challenge like this is never just physical, right? It creates these ripples that can affect every single part of a person's life. Which brings us to the really profound social impact.
This quote, wow, it just gets right to the heart of it all. It perfectly captures that deep, deep frustration of having total clarity on the inside, but struggling with the mechanics of getting it out. It's that feeling of being misunderstood, not because your thoughts are unclear, but because the words themselves won't cooperate.
And you can just imagine how that internal struggle ripples outward. It can make conversations with friends and family feel strained. It can create huge hurdles at work where communicating clearly is so often key. And over time, facing those challenges day in and day out, well, it can lead to frustration, isolation, and it can really take a toll on someone's self-esteem.
But, and this is so important, this is not where the story has to end. There are absolutely proactive, empowering ways to manage these challenges. So let's talk about the paths to rehabilitation.
And we've got to be really clear about the goal here. Speech therapy isn't about some magic cure. It's about something way more practical and, honestly, more powerful. It's about giving people the tools and strategies to reclaim control, to build their confidence back up, and to just communicate more effectively.
It's a really clear, structured journey. It all starts with a thorough assessment, where a specialist figures out exactly what the specific challenges are. From there, it moves into personalized therapy, with exercises designed to strengthen those speech muscles. Then come the strategies, things like learning to pace your speech or use pauses to improve clarity. And finally, there are all kinds of tools and tech that can offer incredible support.
So when you put it all together, all these steps are working toward one single vital goal: to help a person feel confident and effective when they communicate, to be heard, and just as importantly, to feel understood. And that brings me to one last thought. We've spent all this time talking about the speaker, but communication is a two-way street, always. So the question I want to leave you with is this: what's our role in this? As listeners, how can we be a little more patient, a little more present, and create a space where it's just easier for everyone to be heard? That's definitely something for all of us to think about. Thanks for watching.